Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to give you an assignment which is based on using exception handling in Java. As part of this assignment, you need to write a Java program which intakes marks of 5 subjects. If any mark is less than 0 or more than 100, then you need to throw an exception with appropriate message. If all the marks are valid, if in case all the marks are valid, then you need to calculate and display the average of the marks, that you need to print out the average of the marks in the output of the program. So let me now give the instructions for you to solve this Java program as part of this assignment. So you can intake the 5 subjects, guys. Okay, you can intake the 5 subjects. You can use a loop or something, guys. Okay, because there are 5 marks you have to intake, right? With the help of scanner, you try to intake total 5 marks, that is marks of the 5 subjects. You can use the loops if you want, for loop or whatever the loop, for for intaking or asking the user every time. So, and each and every mark that you have intaken into the program, you need to see if they are if the particular mark is less than 0 out of the 5 marks. If any particular mark is less than 0 or more than 100, then you have to throw an exception with appropriate message. Here, while throwing an exception, you can throw an exception of any exception class. Let's say in this case, you can take illegal argument exception you can throw. Okay. With appropriate message, you have to throw the exception, guys. Then, and at the end, if all the marks are valid, okay, if in case whatever the 5 subject marks that the user is entering into the program, if all the marks are valid, then calculate and display the average of the marks. Calculate, write the logic for calculating the average of all this 5 subject marks entered, and print them as an output of this program. And on the top of that, you see here, since you are using the scanner class to intake the input, use finally block case. Okay, in your Java program, use finally block to close that scanner class object. Okay, so with the given instructions, hope you'll be able to write the Java program. Now you can pause this video and start writing the Java program. Okay, for solving this assignment. Hoping that you have written the Java program as part of this assignment. With the given instructions, you have written the Java program. Now you can resume this video and you can look into the solution that I'm going to show you right now. If your Java program matches with mine, then you are good to go. So for that, for giving the solution, guys, I'm going to take you to this Eclipse IDE editor. Let me create a new class. I'll just name this class with some random name and with main method. Now, inside this, I'm going to write the logic. First, what I have to do, guys, I need to write a Java program which intakes marks of 5 subjects. Let me focus on that. So first, I am going to create an object for the scanner class. Scanner is equal new scanner. Okay, and here system.in, because without scanner, I will not be able to intake marks into this program. Pour the mouse on this and import it from the java.detail package. Now, after this, I need to intake 5 marks total. 5 marks. Okay. So a lot of people may write like this: system.out.println, enter, okay, enter marks, mark 1, like that, mark 2, mark 3. We can write like this, right? This is one way of doing the stuff, which is not a proper way, okay? So if I write scanner.nextInt, okay, to intake the first marks, scanner.next int, like this, and I'll say int m1 is equal to, and for second marks, again, I need to ask the user to enter mark 2 and then intake into m2, like that, 5 marks. So 5 times I have to repeat, right? 1 2 3 4 5. Instead of writing this many number of statements, right, what I can do here is I'll simply write a for loop, guys. Okay, for int I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. Okay, we'll be iterating from 1 to 5. I'll start with 0, guys. Okay, I'll let you know why I'm starting with 0. I less than 5, I'll say instead. I is equal to 0, I less than 5. And after that, I need to ask the user to enter the marks. I would like to ask the user to enter marks. System.out.println. For every iteration in the for loop, I'm going to ask the user. 5 times this for loop is going to iterate. Every time it is going to iterate, I'll ask the user to enter marks. So here, enter marks. Which marks? plus I, if I say, that will be 0. Marks 0, it will be there. Okay. Marks of subject, I'll say. Enter marks of, there are 5 subjects, right? Total 5 subjects. Which subject? First subject. Subject 1, like that I want to print. But here when I say subject I, it will print 0, right? Subject 0. So what I'll do is, I'll here write down I plus 1. I plus 1. Okay. Enter marks of, like this, and after that I'll put a colon here. Okay. Enter marks of subject 1, colon. In the next iteration, value of I will become 1, and here subject 2, it will become 1 plus 1 will become 2. Like that, every iteration I'm going to print this. And here, not only printing, guys, I'm going to also intake the marks. Scanner dot next int, every time next int. So this particular marks where I have to store, there are total 5 marks, right? Not just one. If I put one variable like int m, what will happen? In every iteration, the value of this m will change. So I want to create an array, guys. Okay, let's say I would like to create an array, integer array. Okay, integer array. M is equal to new integer array, like this, and I would like to give the size of the array as 5 because I'm going to take intake 5 marks. So here, instead of writing like this, what I can write, m square bracket of I, I'll say. Okay, the array m into that index 0 of the m, I'm going to store the first marks. In the second iteration, when I will become 2, subject 2, in m of 1, I'll store the second subject marks. Like that, for every iteration, we'll be storing the marks into this. Okay, so into this array, I can store all the marks of the 5 subjects because size of the array is 5. And here I am iterating the for loop for 5 times. So this is a reason, guys, because of the indexing concept, I have to use 0 to less than 5. Fine. So this part will be done. That's okay. That's great. For every iteration, it will be done. But I need to check in any iteration, I need to check if the entered marks, okay, are less than 0, either less than 0 or greater than 100. If m of I, whatever the marks entered by the user, either they are less than 0 or operator. If in case that m of I, that is any entered marks, are greater than 0, if any of this condition matches, okay, if any of this particular condition matches, we'll go inside this if block, and here I'm going to throw an exception. Which exception I wanted you to throw while explaining this Java like assignment? I asked you to throw illegal argument exception. So let's throw an exception, illegal argument exception. And inside this, I'm going to give a message. What is the reason for this exception? Marks entered, incorrect marks entered. Okay, like this, incorrect mark entered is a message I'm going to give here. So this is what is the thing I'm going to write. If in case the entered marks are either less than 0 or greater than 100, then I'm going to do this. Next, this will iterate for every iteration, and either it will throw an exception or it will store, you know, it will store all the marks into this. Now I need to calculate the sum, right? Okay. So if this exception is somewhere here, I'm going to write the logic for calculating the sum, and then with sum only I can calculate the average, right? So I'll simply write down here int sum is equal to 0 initially, and here I'll write sum is equal to sum plus m of I, like this. I can write the shortcut also if required. Even sum plus is equal to m of I also you can write. That's okay. I'm just sticking to this, not a problem. So by the end of this for loop, either you'll get an exception or you will get the sum of all the marks entered. Okay, if all the marks are valid, then I'll get all the marks entered. The sum of all the marks entered will be there. Now, I don't want to print the sum. I want to print the average. How to print the average here? So here, after the end of the for loop, I'll write the code here, int or double, otherwise, double avg average is equal to sum divided by the size of the sum divided by the size of this array, right? Or 5. Because 5 subjects are there, we can give 5 also, not a problem. Okay, or you can give m dot length. This is also fine. Now here, before assigning to this double, you convert that into, you typecast that to double. Okay, you typecast that to double and then store here. Double of sum. So if you say sum will be converted to the sum, whatever the marks entered will be converted to double and then will be divided by 5, and that result double will be stored into the average. And that average I need to print system.out.println avg I need to print simply. In the output I need to print the average of the marks. That is happening. This is a positive case, right? This is a positive case. Now, what may go wrong here? Once you throw an exception, the program will stop here itself. Okay. So what I would do here is I need to handle the exception. Okay. If the exception comes, I want to handle this manually throwing or explicitly throwing exception also I want to handle. And also other case where, if you're trying to input instead of a number, if you're trying to input some A, B, C, D kind of text, here input mismatch exception may come. So there are a lot of things in this program which may give you an exception. So what I will do here is I'll put a try block here. Okay. I'll surround all this code with a try block. Till here, I'll surround this code with try block because this part of the code may give you the exceptions and all. So I'm just putting catch block here and here. First one is here it's throwing illegal argument exception, right? I'll take that illegal argument exception E and simply say E dot. If in case of that particular problem, incorrect marks entered should be printed, right? E dot get message I'll print. E dot get message I'll print. Okay. So if in case the things are there, only this part should be printed. So I'm just instead of printing A, I'm printing get message. And there is a possibility of getting, you may be entering something like, for example, here you may be entering some text instead of number. Input mismatch exception may come. So here I'm writing input mismatch exception E. Okay. For the mouse and import it from Java. And here you print it out. Invalid input entered. Invalid input entered. Okay, invalid input entered. And finally, I'll write catch block and write exception E. And if in case out of all this is different exception comes, then I'm going to print the exception details. Okay, this as a backup, I'm writing the exception E. And also here, I would like to put this statement inside this try block. I would like to make this scanner global and put null here. Here I'll say scanner is equal to now guys, now here I want to close a scanner. The best place to close a scanner is finally block. Okay, finally block. In that finally block, I'll just write scanner dot close. That's it. Scanner dot close. So this part is also done. Now run this code and see what should happen. Either it should print me the average of all the marks or it should give me an exception, right? So an exception should be handled and proper message should be printed if in case of exception. So let's see, let's work on this program now. Let's run this program and see what is happening. Let me drag this output here. Enter the marks of subject 1. Let's say 50, 60, positive case I'll take, 70, 55, 85. You see, average is coming. When I'm entering all the proper marks, which are not less than 0, neither greater than 100, I'm getting proper output. So this is working fine properly. So if in case, what if I am trying to enter some marks which are less than 0? Let's say -5. You see, the moment I say -5, I'm getting what? The moment I say -5, this exception is being thrown and exception got handled here and it's printing the message. Incorrect marks entered message is printed. You see? So let me run again. In the first marks, I'll properly enter. Second marks, I'll say -10. Immediately, it's giving you the error message. Incorrect marks entered. Okay. So let's give in the last case like 90, 50, 45, 65. The last subject I'll give -20. Incorrect marks entered. You see, it's perfectly working fine. What if I enter, let's say first marks 10, 20, 30, ABC if I enter, it's giving me invalid input entered kind of, this catch block is getting executed. Okay, this catch block is getting executed. So it's properly handling the exceptions and scanner object is also closed with the finally block. So the program is working fine. So if you have written the code like this, then you are good to go, guys. Okay, there's a proper way of writing the code. There's a proper way of writing the code. So this is the logic. So you can cross check your program with this program. It may not match 100%, but yeah, like you try to improvise your code based on the code that I have, provided here, okay, or explained here. You cross check your code with my code and wherever the improvements are needed, you can do it. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.